What is good, chat room? It's your boy C Fresh, and it has been a minute. I'm here coming to you live from Aegis Esports Guilty Gear Strive Weekly, number 23. Man, it has been a while. I am joined by my first-time partner, Hinlon. What's up?
Hello. Well, yeah, I'm doing good. Glad to be commentating. This will be my first time commentating with Aegis Esports. Very excited. So I'm just glad to be here.
Now, Hin, we really ought to talk about Guilty Gear, but I can't help but notice the sweet mixer I just saw in your profile picture. Do you have a lot of audio equipment around? Or are you a synthesizer guy, or what?
That's actually a picture of my internship. I intern at a radio station, so I am kind of an audio guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna be graduating from university soon, so with like audio stuff. So I just like being behind the mic and then being outside of the mic doing audio stuff. So
I don't think people understand what a difficult job that can be, and how even if maybe you're familiar with one step of the audio pipeline, you need a whole other level of expertise for various parts of it. It's why even like professional music producers still have to send their stuff off for mixing and mastering. It can be a very difficult process.
yeah, it's just super fun. I love anything audio, and so I love video games. I love audio. So talking about video games with commentary, it's what I love to do.
Yeah, I know movie editor Nick Golden Potato down there in chat saying AV is tough. Yeah, I've forced him to edit just sound clips for hours. He's like, I don't think the software wants me to do it. I'm like, well, you tell it to do it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll be getting started soon. We're just waiting for the players to join the lobby. Have they been notified that they will be on stream?
Yep, they're aware. I think
there we go.
That,
Okay.
that it's
As soon as I said that,
Geo and an Anji.
yes, and as soon as I said that, there is Albert Doug joined.
Very exciting stuff. I know, a lot of people wrote off the Anji matchup, and even after some, shakeups at Frosty, I think top players have still really yet to examine the Anji matchup. And even though it can feel like there's not a lot there, it can be easy to be caught unaware by such a character. It really makes you become, you have to be confident in your defense against Anji, I'll say.
Yeah, there's potential for Anji, especially with like compared to like release Anji now. Like what Anji can do with his Fujin cancels is super cool. I'm excited to see. Haven't seen a lot of Anji gameplay just because he's not like a super popular character, but I'm excited to see him play tonight.
I've got a pocket Anji, and the experience online is very strange. Like, you hit one Fujin and don't even do anything clever, and people will gnaw off their own leg to like not block you. People truly detest blocking the little mini game.
People hate blocking. They just want to hold forward and mash.
I know, I've seen these people block, 30 seconds of Bridget pressure, and then you hit one Fuge, and it's the end of the world out here.
I used to play Leo, so I mean, I know the hold forward and mash mentality.
It's real. I feel like Leos are a rare breed. I realized that the other day. I got incredibly freed up by a couple of Leos in a row, and I was like, I just do not have the matchup experience. I really do not see this character as much as tournament results would lead you to believe.
Yeah, that's honestly not surprising. I guess there's I know there's like a stipulation with people being like, oh, they're a really good character in the game, they're top tier, I don't want to play them. Everybody's going to be playing them. And then it just turns out that not a lot of people are really playing them.
It's like Soul, Kai, and Happy Chaos, I think, are the super popular online picks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was about to say Soul is probably like well-deserved the most popular character in the game. So
I mean, he's got main character status.
Literally.
He's on the box.
Mm-hmm. But I think we're still waiting for Aoi Kiefer. Still haven't joined the lobby
getting
yet.
into the swing of things here, getting the tournament going. I'm excited to see people back. Not our largest tournament for sure, but I'm glad the scene is recovering. Nature is healing.
Yeah, I love Strive, and so hopefully with this promised internet patch, things will turn out better for the network. But for now, we're pushing through it. So
yeah, it's hard. I know a lot of people talked about just the indie scene turning into a Street Fighter 6 waiting room. But there's still stuff I want to do with Strive. It would be hard to say goodbye to the game this early.
Yeah, of course. I mean, especially with the promised Oscar coming up soon.
I think that's
Bedman?
Asuka. That's clearly a RoboKai teaser.
Okay, I see now. I get it now.
Yeah.
I'm going through the
hand is
teaser in my
clearly
head.
RoboKai.
Oh, yeah, I get that. But with Oscar coming soon, with Bedman that just recently released, and then I promised season 3, I believe they said as well. So it's not over yet for Strive.
What's your hit list, man? Do you have characters from past games or original characters maybe that you want to see?
My hope is I want to see how they dumb down Johnny.
Ooh,
I want to see Johnny in this game.
I don't know why I am so tepid to Johnny, but like I feel like I'm unpopular because I don't really want Slayer. I don't want Venom either. Like people are like, oh no, it's cool. The set play, it's cool. I'm like, I don't. Not in this game. I'm good.
Do you remember when everyone thought Venom was going to be in the game whenever the official, I wasn't sure if it was the official Guilty Gear or the official Arxis Twitter promoted like the Venom cosplayer at Arc.
Yeah, that guy shows up everywhere.
But apparently he's like I forgot who, it's like their translator. So
yeah. He's just a really cool dude.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking out. I think RoboKai is cool. I want to see what they would do with him in Strive. I'm also like, Squidluke told me W C Fresh for my opinion. He's about to tell me L C Fresh. I think Zappa would be interesting. That archetype appeals to me.
I can kind of see it. But first of all, let's finally see this match that's starting with Anji and Gio.
Let's see if they manage to have some patience here. Block 1 Nagiha.
Yeah. Immediately.
Kaifer's definitely one to watch. They're no slouch themselves. So going for a bit of pressure reset already.
Yeah, the immediate dash in grab and another dash in grab too.
Oh no. That's so I gotta say, like, people are gonna be like, why didn't you tech that? It's like I've never once teched Geo dash grab in my life. Ooh, early read gets blocked. No meter to save your life here.
Oh, the ODG as well. Missed the counter. And that's the round.
Anji players are sickening. They only want one thing. They want to hit parry super. Just block. Another early read.
Kaifer definitely in the lead here, putting on a lot of pressure with Geo. That's what Geo does. Oh, the Fujin coming in above the burst.
What did I say about confidence in your defense? Kaifer out here not getting caught off early, not reacting to Reen. It is a very reactable overhead. It might feel on the very edge of reaction sometimes, but it's doable.
They knew the burst was coming out. Immediately taking that next round. Wow, that was a fast game.
I feel like Geo players always have some heat. Like, not too many people play that character, but anyone left playing her is like a warrior monk just like doing push-ups under a waterfall, and they know like freakish character-specific counterplay, much like Potemkin players.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's get right back into it. I mean, you're Anji right now. You got to be just taking a deep breath, right? Slowing things down, watching out for that dash grab, the Geo classic.
Oh, here we go. Fujin into the grab, set up the butterfly. Here we go. Finally getting something going with for Albert, and the wall break with the Fujin.
Yeah, butterfly not even blocked. Just opened up straight.
Yeah. Oh, trying to get a dash in with a throw.
Oh, let's not talk about it. Hey, for holding on to burst, you're probably going to die for their sins. Yep.
Yeah. I guess best to save it for the next round. Yeah, we're seeing here a lot of this pressure that Kaifer is putting on with Geo. I mean, Geo definitely excels in all that pressure with her speed, but then again, counter hit with the burst.
Oh man, I think Anji going for a little sheen there in neutral gets opened up for his troubles.
And
might be dead.
That might kill, yeah, with the wall break.
Japanese guts. Ooh.
Yeah.
Citizenship revoked.
Man, that's the Secretary of State. Don't quote me on that. I know she's like a government worker, but no, that's just a wrong character. I know they both work for the American government.
She's Secret Service. Yeah, Gold Lewis is Secretary of Absolute Defense.
That's it.
I saw some just blocks from Kiefer. That looked like some absolute defense from me. And ooh, once again blocks the overhead.
Oh, the incredible patience from Kiefer coming in to just wait as long as they possibly could for that burst.
Yeah, Albert discovering, a lot of Anji players, they'll tell you, I think it's even on Dust Loop, right, that Fujin is not mix or pressure unto itself. It is a pressure ending canned rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. And, a lot of people, I think, look at Anji or approach Anji and they think, oh, he's got a 50-50, he's got a 50-50. But he doesn't really get to utilize that tool the same way characters like Milia might want to mix you. It's a canned pressure end.
Yeah, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but right there, that's getting a quick low off the Fujin. Mixing up the options with Fujin just to keep Kiefer guessing is working out pretty well for him. Oh, but the burst there! Questionable burst.
I feel like I know exactly what Kiefer's feeling right now, because it's like you get hit by one Anji option and you go, oh man, I really should have been ready for that. I really should have reacted. And then you try to be ready for it next time, but he's already doing another Fujin ender to you.
Yeah, next time you're dead. So
yeah, you're like, oh man, I gotta watch the pressure reset, and then he hits you with the overhead. Good job, Lux Nagi there. Just a little minus.
What a dust there, just reaching that far. Oh, the punch mesh.
Anji players only want 3 things: Fujin, parry super, and 2P. Gets out a little bit of butterfly pressure there, and Kiefer's doing a heck of a job resetting pressure, just drill after drill, not really being checked by Doug here. Oh my god, downtown with the 2D.
There's the check there you were looking for.
Ooh. See, Doug really wants to retreat to the mid-range here. I think, play Anji farther out, respond to Geo, and maybe try to spin in against some of her more mid-range options.
They're going to have to play super careful here. Oh, dash back from the grab. There's a little bit of combo damage. And the throw, RC.
He's got another bar.
Wait.
And with super? Oh, nothing.
No. Oh, super's done.
Oh, my word. It's a true combo.
The throw comes in. It's a tense game 3 right now.
Whips me, man.
I actually just forgot she had a dive kick super. You don't see it often.
Another thing about Anji, I think he's got quite good air buttons. I don't know if they're considered to be good universally. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but I really find it a struggle to challenge that guy in air-to-air, as well as anti-air a bit.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. He's got some pretty good air buttons. But Kiefer with that throw.
Ooh, man, that's a lot of meter. What's he got?
Here we go.
Death.
If he can close it out, and he does. Yeah, taking game 3. Good job to Albert Doug. Kind of realizing what Kiefer is doing with Geo and just capitalizing on, oh yes, I kind of get it, getting the gears working in the brain.
The guilty gear, yeah. I think, definitely gears. Stabilizing, running away less, and sort of realizing what Kiefer's game plan is here. We see so many drills, so many pressure resets from them, and, Albert's really got to take a breath here and be ready to react to all that.
Duel 1. Oh, and with the Anji theme coming in too, it's Albert Doug's time, and with the counter in Fujin. Oh, but the burst coming in.
I don't know if you got a burst though. That's a bit early.
A little bit, but maybe Kiefer's got that big brain thinking.
Cool. No meter used on the ream there. We'll definitely see some meter on this combo.
Ooh,
oh no, nothing. Let's keep the corner here.
I like that early for Albert Doug. That's dead, yeah.
That is such a scary, because people are like, oh, Anji's only got 4 options, and only 2 of them are even that real. And it's like, well, he's got the early, or I guess the held Fujin options as well. And those can be so scary when you've gotten used to reacting after Fujin.
Yeah. Here we go, just trying to get something started with Fujin. Kiefer, there we go, getting a few straight hits there. Yeah, but Kiefer still doesn't have that burst.
Oh no, big starter.
Ooh, waiting to burst at the very last moment.
Yeah, you gotta burst that or you're dead. Yeah. Kiefer's not gonna give up that easily. So many pressure resets, you gotta jump forward and punish him for that. The fan is not a hitbox until it hits the ground. It's not like a projectile.
Yeah, just a straight hit and another counter hit. There we go. Kiefer's looking pretty good, almost trying to bring it back.
Wow, 2D here just wants to jail Anji in the corner. Oh, he converts!
Ooh, taking that game 3, yeah. Albert Doug kind of bringing it back. We might be seeing a reverse 3-0 here.
Game 5 scenario. I told you, man. Anji won my locals last week. He is a pretty intimidating character,
Yeah.
just damage wise, and I think he's got good meter economy. He builds it really fast, and all the ways he can spend it, I think, are quite effective.
Mm-hmm. Oh, switching to Sin. You kind of love to see it.
I don't think anyone on Earth has seen this matchup. Let me call my buddy who plays Sin real quick. Maybe we'll get the lowdown.
It's me. I'm Buddy. I play Sin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were just talking about it, but yeah, he's got big buttons. So I mean, kind of spacing with those big buttons might come in handy for Kiefer. I'm not sure.
I'm a Faust enthusiast, and I really dislike playing Anji because I think he wants to spin at the exact ranges I want to hit buttons, and it makes me stop playing Faust like a mid-range character.
Yeah, and this is also the chance for Kiefer to kind of mix up Albert Doug. Albert Doug was kind of getting used to Kiefer's Geo. Yeah, but now maybe the matchup switch might come in handy for Kiefer. It's looking pretty well for them so far.
Wants the Fujin. Sheen punish.
Oh yeah, great patience, just waiting for the chance to be open to come in with the Elk Hunt.
Yeah, I bring it up every time. I'm never sure who a character switch benefits more, because Kiefer's got to switch up their hands, after they were just used to that Geo mindset, but Doug has to, learn a whole new offense.
Yeah. With the character, I guess Kiefer is looking pretty comfortable with. Yeah, coming in with the grab and RC.
Oh, there it is.
First weight. Yeah, Albert Doug was panicking a little bit, and Kiefer just capitalizing that in a very dominant game 5 to take that set.
I mean, Kiefer dragged that burst kicking and screaming out of Doug. That wasn't a burst bait. That was a burst thievery.
Oh.
And I mean, you see it right there. Like, people say, oh, Sin bottom 1, Sin unplayable, which is maybe true if you're one of the best players in the world, but still well capable of being played and having fun at the very least. It's not 10-0 everywhere.
Yeah, at this level, it's really like tier list and how well a character is doesn't really matter. It just matters like if you're having fun with it.
Yeah, and he can definitely he's still a character capable of he's got a couple knowledge checks in him, I think, although a lot of people have good Sin matchup experience just because there was that week where everybody only played Sin.
That's true. Let's see what's coming up next. Coming up next, we're gonna have the winner of Mexicasual and Electric Wind Ramen. Oh,
that's what's up.
Against One True Snorlax.
I think the young informant, young Squidgeluke, was saying Mexicasual is a Gold Lewis player from out of Philly, and I'm a bit of a Lewis enthusiast. I know a lot of people feel like he either stomps or gets stomps, but I really enjoy seeing Gold Lewis players on defense. They really know how to button it up and impress me by hanging on against characters that can really smother them.
And I was just informed that I was completely wrong. It is EN versus Alpha Omega that's going to be on stream now.
Cool.
Apologies for that.
No worries.
Let's see. Do some research with my fancy research.
So are you looking forward to Johnny? Like, you'd enjoy Johnny and Strive, or are you just like, are you fatalistic and are thinking, I want to see how they ruin Johnny?
No, I'm actually kind of both. Is that weird to say? Is that weird to say that I like Johnny as a character and think he's super fun, but I'm also excited to see how they gut him in this game?
That's interesting. People really do not like the restrictions on characters in Strive. They feel like the movesets are so restrictive. Especially the Gatling system compared to days past, and that's fair, but a friend of mine, Meyerlink, put it the other day that like having so few tools really forces all of the creative burden on you, because it's not like you have every tool in the cabinet and you get to pick the challenge is picking the right one for the job. It's like you have a fork and a knife and you just gotta figure it out, buddy.
Yeah, also,
you gotta eat.
We have another Anji player. EN.
Anji mirrors and grands?
Another, not an Anji mirror. Well, I mean, it's possible, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Grand Finals, Anji.
Yeah, it's going to be Anji Jacko.
Oh, tough stuff, man.
Really interesting matchup. Also, another matchup that you don't really see that often.
Anji has some decently sized active buttons, is capable of stopping the minions from getting going, but Jacko can really make him walk uphill to do it, I think.
Yeah, when Jacko starts getting going, it's kind of a lot in Jacko's favor.
Yeah, definitely got to clean up the minions on the ground before being able to get in and run much Fujin offense would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, a matchup no one on Earth has ever seen. Call up the Anji Discord. I need him in here.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So
I guess they're letting the intros rock a bit.
Let the drama.
Trick, please.
Oh, please, Trick.
Anji, enjoy the grandstanding, alright, man? Now he's gonna lose. Alright, getting into game 1.
Dude, they got Sky Should Be High rocking? Let's go. Underrated track. You are in the corner against Jacko, and she has 2 minions. What do you do? Win, I suppose.
Destroy the minions.
Yeah, it's all too easy. Oh, big pickup there. That is some fat damage. Going for the wall break.
With the RC. Nope. Oh. We're going to see it's Jacko's turn now.
A bit too greedy on the Fujin, gets caught by the minion. Oh, that's a counter hit code. It's over. How many juggles? 2?
Wait, there's more. That was a weird hitbox there that hit Jacko. It worked out very well for Ian.
Yeah, super high counter hit code there too. That's what you love to see as an Anji player if you're a sicko.
Yeah. Oh, using the 2P to get rid of those minions super smart for Ian.
I told Anji players only want 3 things, and we've seen 2 of them already. Let's see a parry super.
If we see the parry super here, you know what? I'm popping off.
My roommate Ridley Prime saying, "Yo, these Anji combos are sick." He did not say that when I hit him with them. He did not like them at all when he was struck with those same combos. Oh, 3 minions out. That is a death sentence.
Even more. Yeah, just keep tossing them out.
So much area control.
Super tough for Ian here. Oh yeah, just gets hit by those minions.
Brother, you are swimming in a pool of hurt boxes, or swimming in a pool of hit boxes.
Like going to the public pool and there's like so many kids in there, you can't swim around.
Hop in, yeah.
Ooh,
Ridley saying my combos weren't as cool. How dare you? I was doing the cool car cancel ones.
Oh, a minion from behind.
A long way to fight. Gets a minion down.
Yeah. Jacko still got their burst too, so looking very, very prominent here.
Ian Stocky trying to run an obstacle course, get a single touch on Mirako. Definitely one of the zonier Jackos I've ever seen. I know a lot of Jackos really like to close and start the mix game, but Mirako really content here to just let the health lead speak for itself.
Ooh. Yeah, Mike.
Good lord.
Oh, just barely weaving through all these minions. They still got burst too, so they could use it any time.
Ooh, that's very plus, yeah.
Oh, what attack there.
Oh, a little sandwich pressure.
Whoa, maybe
you are the peanut butter and the jelly, brother.
Yeah. Just immediately gets the spin off, but tries to go for another spin, but they kind of knew there. Alpha Omega taking that first game.
Some advice that a good Milia player, Vega, gave me once is that like a retreating player in anime games is one of the scariest things in the world, because you're like, oh, they're giving up space, they're losing the neutral, you rush in, and then you get murdered, and that sort of gear shift can be so deadly here as we see EN try to approach, right? It's like, oh, Jacko's giving up space, she's throwing the diagonal fireball, I can get in. No, that she's going to take advantage of that kind of reckless advance.
Hook, line, and sinker. Ooh, immediately going for a round start Fujin.
I took Anji players.
Yeah, why not?
They are not like the rest of us.
Well, the rest of us don't have Fujin.
Oh god, give Faust Fujin, I've been asking.
Oh, a lot of counter hits coming in. Getting a lot of damage.
Anji feels pressured, forced to run in, and then is punished for it.
Yeah. CRC.
Good RC there, keep it safe.
Yeah.
Isn't-
Trying to zone them out with the, I guess that's with the projectiles in the air. It's trying to get some more minions on screen too. Oh, just putting on so much pressure against the end.
Ooh, I thought it was going to kill. I was going to say the meter. That will certainly do it. Oh, no.
Oh, not quite.
Barely
hanging in there.
that for the kill.
Yeah, I was about to say they might have to do some extra defense, spend a little bit of media there, but nah, taking that first round.
I also appreciate, even though it's not always for the highest reward, I really like Mirko spending meter in general. I know a lot of people are meter hoarders, but you got to cash that out. If you end the you end the round with it, it's not doing anything for you.
Yeah, and if you don't really use a lot of meter, if you want to
burst bait, but drops the combo.
And another burst.
Ooh, shieldy boys.
This is incredibly fast paced for from Hiriko to be doing here. We go just
more sandwich pressure. 1 minute on the board.
And the buff.
Ooh,
got some more minions
for the kill.
Not quite.
Oh, no, I should have hit the Elysium diver. That'll do.
Try to Fujin through the air projectile, but Fujin can serve dinner, but it can't get dessert.
That's brother. You brought a dry ice cream cone. Reese Kip says, as an Eno main, my heart is hurting watching that. From what point of view? Do you hurt for the Anji player or the Jack-O player, Reese?
I feel like for the Anji player, kind of has
trying to get in against Jack. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know though. Eno at the very least has Anji getting zoned out of his brain. Yeah, it's tough, and it's like I said, you might not even be getting zoned, but you don't want to rush in heedlessly, so you approach slowly, and it leads to you being in sort of longer Jack-O pressure. It's difficult.
Let's see if Ian can finally make something change something here, just like the other Anji did last set.
Super tough. 2 minions out already. 1 Fujin.
Ooh, and both bursts are used now.
I sure hope nobody gets a colossal counter hit.
Well, maybe not a colossal counter hit, but a hit nonetheless.
No wall break there. Oh no, in the corner against Jack-O. I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
Oh. With a wall break coming in, Jack-O's got the meter buff right now.
Brother, you are in the trenches. It is World War I, and the artillery is raining down.
Oh goodness. You try to go across the no man's land.
Yep.
Just got immediately shot down.
Ooh, his health bar fading away like footsteps on the shoreline.
Yeah, using a bit of meter to get some extra defense there.
Good corner escape. I couldn't have done that. Oh, goes to poke the 2 minions out, but gets counter hit for his troubles. Good counter hit, Ko. Oh, no pickup!
There we go. More minions coming into play. Kick him out at him. There's the buff.
First on deck for Yen.
Get some more minions. More minions.
Got 2 minions out. If she gets a third out, you gotta burst that. Yep.
You like minions?
How about some more? Come back already.
Yeah.
Losing a lot of meter FDing too. Ian, if they get a offense going, he's not gonna be able to RC.
You're in a very tough position if you're Anji here. Oh no, just a pixel left. You're gonna have to defense like that. Yeah. Finally getting some pressure going, but is it enough? Ooh. It's looking very close.
One of those big Anji air buttons.
Finally putting some pressure on him.
Going in.
Here we go. Finally getting something going here. Might be getting their wall break. Oh, but misses the second dust. They need to play perfectly here, and they miss.
So tough. And with the health lead right there, Mirko feeling totally safe to just peace out, run away. I know a lot of people get irritated by that play style, but hey, man, they're in the lead. They don't got to do nothing.
Yeah, taking that set 3-0. Yeah, a very dominating 3-0. Makes sense. Jack-O's pressure is pretty rough to play against. And yeah, and it looks like a lot of matches are currently being played at the moment. So we don't have really anything to put on stream.
You guys you're too hungry for competition. You're too good.
The players here, they're craving they want to play the game.
If only Arxis would fix the servers and they could play the game more.
Man, if only. Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah. Any shakeups? What are you seeing in the bracket?
Let's see. So yeah, let me update the. Let me give you some bracket updates right now. Let's see. So Yata, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the tag. I apologize beforehand. Yata takes it 3-1 over Tensorial and is chilling in winner's semifinals. Now we've got, let's see. Back in
Tensorial
losers,
drops the homie Microwave. Microwave comes to a fair amount of Aegis tournaments and is we've always made fun of him for always having to take it to game 5, and we thought they were a chip player, but it turns out they play Soul up until game 5, and then we always check in and they're playing chip.
Interesting.
Yeah,
kind of like with how Kiefer switched to Sin on game 5 there.
I don't think a lot of people have a game 5 Sin. I think that's a pretty uncommon strategy. But hey, it worked out. It worked out 100% of the times I've seen it.
Yeah. So on stream next, we will be getting the winner of MD Zep and Electric Wind Ramon against Men.
Men?
On losers round 2, because we think that is going to be the next match that is ready that we could possibly play. So yeah, we're just waiting for matches to be played at the moment. Fortunately, we could not find one in time to be put on stream.
On that note, we'll come back to you on the other side of a short break. Peace out. What's good, chat? We said we'd be right back, and here we are. If you're just joining us, I'm C Fresh. This is Aegis Esports Guilty Gear Strive Weekly number 23. Almost half a year of Guilty Gear. And I'm joined by my partner, Hinlan.
What's up, guys? Yeah, we've had some pretty good sets so far. Both of them had Anji players, interestingly enough. So hoping to see a little bit more diversity in the character picks for these next few sets.
Eight Anjis in top 8.
Just Anji mirrors for the rest of the tournament.
Fujin.
It's really going to be a
There's still a
Brock at that
Gold Lewis
point.
lurking here. We still have to see. I know we've got should see Eno here in a bit.
Yeah.
I played just a little bit of Eno to try to understand the character more. They're interesting. I think she's you put a witch hat on any design and it's the sickest design in the world. You could do that.
You have a point there. And it looks like we will be having MD Zep versus Men.
Men?
So it looks like it will be Axel Lowe versus, I could not find anything on Men, so not
Men
sure
coming
what
to
they're
us
going
live
to go with.
from Area 51 CIA black site.
Yes. They have the
I will do my
highest
best
connection.
to root for Axel.
No way.
No, not like this.
Not the Axel Ditto.
I
Axel
definitely
mirror.
have personal beef with Axel Lowe, and I downplay Axel players too much. I need to respect the Axel players.
Well, you're gonna respect this set though. We got the Axel
I have to root
mirror,
for somebody.
and you're gonna root for Axel. So
Man, on the level 186 Axel versus level 2000 on Zep, that is a pretty steep hill to climb. But maybe they're on an alternate account or something. I'm very interested. Or if they're just playing mirrors, they might be crazy. Oh my god! I found the mirror.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that damage already. That's what, I know Axel players were so happy with his combo changes, but I'm like, did he need it?
Yeah, Zep just going in with that damage. Yeah, Men having a little bit of trouble getting something started. Oh, but yeah, just with the overhead mix up into the low.
Yeah. Look at them with a little bit of in-your-face pressure, too. That's what I feel like every time I beat an Axel, it's because they get tired of zoning and want to do stuff in my face.
Yeah, I mean, Axel definitely has the tools to like get up in your face, but definitely just excels a lot better at the different ranges. But Zep utilizing a lot of Axel's tools really well here.
Oh man.
Ooh, yeah, just a quick game one, taking it for Zep.
Pretty fat damage. I mean, that risk was cranked. You would have died to anything. You would have died to 2P, 6P. Tough stuff. Actually, I don't even know what the rationale in the mirror would be, because I know in some mirrors you really want to play reactive. You want to be second to act because you'll still have your resources, but I don't know if that's true here. I don't know if it's like the first one does sickle flash loses.
It's a very interesting matchup. Like you said, like for the previous sets that we've watched, it is a very rare matchup to see the Axel Ditto mirror.
Yeah, Axels are a pretty rare breed, but it's a matchup worth practicing. There's always one or two in the top 8, you know.
Yeah. Here we go. Zep kind of going in, and with the RC.
Look at that.
I don't know why, but some part of my brain thought that was gonna kill.
You hit him with the alrighty chat room.
Alrighty, chat room.
Woo! Low jumping catches you in the shins for the kill.
Yeah, Zep yet again, the second game looking very nice. Oh, but Men catching him with the command grab. They gave a zoner command grab. I don't know how to feel about that.
Dude, that thing is a huge flashing light in plus R, and I still get hit by it. It's a giant blue light that says you're going to die now, idiot, and I'm like, what does that do? Do I have to block?
Oh, yeah.
In this game, I feel like depending on the stage, like it is so hidden, you just gotta watch for the little chain in the ground.
Maybe, yeah, but Men actually looking pretty good. Oh, but their risk gauge. Look at their risk gauge. It's at max.
So max, this is probably gonna. Oh no.
Oh, but yeah,
I was like, that's probably gonna kill Darius. Good lord. Oh, goes for another cheeky little grab.
Oh, that almost hit Zep up there. Crazy. You can barely see the signal.
Let him know.
Ooh, but yeah, just able to get that counter hit and to a follow up and taking that second game. A lot of weird, interesting stuff happening in this mirror.
Yeah, the full screen neutral definitely a bit of something to see. Oh man, speaking of plus R, super weird pocket pick. I would love to see Holy Order Soul in Strive. I need that in my life.
That would be very cool. I don't think it's happening at all, but it would be really cool to see like
bring him back again.
One of the characters.
Oh, the circle.
Oh, let's go. Love the new music.
I love the little Deftones homage. No, not today.
Ooh.
All right, let's see again. Another grab. I know you're in the corner. Enjoy it.
Yeah, men did really well that second game. I'm excited to see how well they do here. But
here's the kill. Oh no pickup. Oh,
yep,
still
that picked up somehow.
I didn't know you could OTG one vision.
Oh, but the wake up super is not doing well there.
So that's how you punish that. 1 second, I'm writing that down. I need all the help I can get. Faust Axel is one of the matchups in Guilty Gear Strive.
It is a matchup of all time. Oh, with the FD coming in. Just trying to use whatever little media you have to reduce that risk gauge. Oh, switches from the corner again, but misses the corner. It's a smart idea for men to use, but it just hasn't really been working very well for them. Oh.
Double overhead there.
Here we go.
But that counter hit will be a decent conversion. First on the table for both players.
Immediately,
we'll see if it's Hero Burst.
Not want to die there.
Oh, the hero.
Are they gonna burst?
Yeah.
There's the burst at the very end. Oh, it takes that round. I think that was the first round for a man. Great job. Definitely feeling a lot more comfortable in this third game here.
Yeah, men really not looking so bad. Perhaps not truly only a level 138 Axel.
Wait a minute, that was actually like super cool with the grab with the RC into Axel Bomber.
Kind of nice with it.
The multiple lows.
Unblockable pressure.
Oh, he's going insane.
There we go. A little too comfy blocking. No conversion meter.
Thought he was going to go for an RC follow-up with that blue RC. Odd choice.
And one hill do it on either side.
Yeah. Zeb kind of bringing it back here.
Got FD everything.
Yeah, but didn't. Just barely, I guess, tried to mash out of it. Almost took that game, but Zeb wanted that 3-0 a little bit more than Men wanted to stay in the tournament. Fortunately, Men's knocked out, and Zeb will be moving on. They'll be fighting Tensorial in losers round 3.
Interesting. I imagine Eno players detest that matchup.
Yeah, that would make sense. Let's see what we've got next. All right, I think we will be getting middle tier god for against Alpha Omega, the Jacko that we recently saw earlier. Or maybe they'll play a different character. Who knows? But yes, middle tier god. Let's see.
I believe low tier god's older brother. I think it's a good place to be a mid tier god. You know, neither upplayed nor downplayed. Simply played.
Very much. Don't have character data on them, but let's see. Not sure who they're gonna play, so it's probably gonna be Jacko versus. Who knows? It could be another Anji for all we know.
And all Anjis and Axels in top 8. Anjis, Axels, and Oscars.
Anjis and Oscars and Axels, oh my.
If they add Aardvark to the game, it's over.
No, they're gonna add Abba.
That's an interesting one. I know a lot of people compare her kit to Nago's too much.
Yeah,
I think it's a bit too similar in theming to want in, but
then
it's
again,
pretty sick.
You know what else is similar to theming Nago? Slayer. They're both vampires. So I mean,
well, I don't want Slayer in that bad. I think there's enough
true.
Slayer in the game.
Yeah, Slayer has had their time with Plus R and with Xrd. They're good. They don't need any more game time. Unless we're all totally wrong and the first Season 3 character is Slayer, and he's the best character in the game. Boom.
It's crazy because you think, I don't know, I guess there's so many beloved characters in Guilty Gear. Like you see Street Fighter 6, Akuma is at the end of the Season 1 Battle Pass because they know that'll get people to buy it. Everybody wants the big man.
Something I'm excited that Guilty Gear, both Guilty Gear and Street Fighter have been done lately is that making making DLC characters like brand new characters. I love that. I love seeing like brand new characters.
It's like, Guilty Gear art style is so sick. It's very cool to see. But then it's like, oh, I want to see them updated in the Strive engine. Like, people hadn't seen Bridget in years. Like, what she looked like in 3D.
I feel like I forgot what I was going to say, but
you felt
I remembered. I felt it. Now I really felt it because I remembered. I would love to see them create a brand new character in the next season, because people obviously are very excited. They were like, oh, I can't wait to see this in the next game. Can't wait to see this in this game. But I love like the creativity that developers do in creating like brand new characters and combating them against like the classic characters that everyone knows. It's super cool to see.
Yeah, where's Leopold on?
Yeah, they should have. I can't wait for them to add Darby into the game.
Where's Fanny from God, what is it? Guilty Gear Portable? What was I think it's the Game Boy Brawler or whatever.
I feel like
people don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Guilty Gear got a Game Boy port?
Yeah, I think so. I think they didn't. Did they rip the sprites? Because there's Dust Strikers, which was the DS brawler, but then there was the mobile, but it wasn't a port. It got its own game because it has the nurse character Fanny, who's like only in that. Gotta take it to the history books. Oh, by the way, dude, I got the Guilty Gear X art book. It's incredible. It has like the pencil drawings of every normal in the game. It's wild. Like it is. I was so overjoyed with it because I feel like so many art books are too polished and it's all art you've seen. You know, it's like the renders that are in game. But this is like there's some real back of the napkin stuff in there.
Okay. But speaking of back of the napkin, we got Middle Tier God with Chip against Alpha Omega with their Jacko.
Chip, a known middle to low tier.
Are they God at Chip? Let's find out.
To me, I'm very frustrated by Chip, but if you look at tournaments, it's like, what is it? It's Bean, and then like there's not a crazy amount of chips at the highest level. It's just a couple people who are really holding the character up. That said, if I have to fight you online, I'm gonna be angry about it.
This matchup can be very one-sided in both ways. You can have Chip like be all up in Jacko's face the entire game, or you can have Jacko completely zoning out Chip for the entire game. It really just depends on how each player plays. But yeah, Middle Tier God with those chip conversions looking really nice here.
Whoa! And no one deals with Drill. Not me, not you, not the best players in the world.
There's a lot of moves in this game that I forgot are in this game. Drill is one of them.
People say just 6P it, but it's like you have to do it so on point timing wise. You have to know the side, and he can steer. Like it is a deeply frustrating move to deal with.
Okay. Trying to go for, I guess, some burst there. Oh, but the stagger pressure coming in. Oh,
and the tough. You definitely got to play this from further range. You know.
Yeah.
Jackal wants to make you pay in health to get in, and Chip cannot afford to lose too much health, but in the corner, that is his domain.
Yeah, he is very much in his domain here. He's getting some conversions, trying to do the mix-up, and the overhead mix-up. We'll take that game. Sukiyaki. Also, I just realized, is that Among Us avatar?
The Amogus, the Potemkin
Amogus.
And that man is holding a marlin or a swordfish, perhaps, by the grill, by the collar, swinging it.
A beast of a man, a beast of a chip.
God, I always forget the name of his companion. Gotta go look it up. Dustloop saved me.
Thank you, Mr. Otterman.
Yes, the most powerful character in Guilty Gear, canonically.
Yes. Look at him going on here. There we go.
The wheels.
Counter hit and immediate burst. Makes sense. Also, early burst? Maybe. Oh my goodness, what a mix-up there.
The Sea Otter's name is Dodomazaki.
Dodomazaki? I love that. Whoa!
Double low, open up by both of them. Watch your toes, brother.
And a counter hit. Ooh. Just so much pressure put on by middle tier.
Look at that, goes for that diagonal fireball yet again, but it is just not working against middle tier God. You know, he's got the heelys on. He's zooming right in.
Yeah, and there's the minions coming in, finally getting some breathing room here after that first round. Just like, whew. But immediately takes him back to the corner.
We see over and over, Mirko really wants to rely on the that fireball to create space, which is good. You know, diagonal fireballs are great for creating space, but
the buff super with the 3 minions? Oh, that's a dead chip.
No one's surviving that. Yeah, not Chip, not Potemkin, nobody.
Oh.
Not so bad guy himself can survive 3 minions.
Goodness. That makes him a good guy at that point. Like,
ooh,
the air grab.
You are in the corner. You are not getting out today.
With the burst. And
right on the tippy top of your head.
It's Jackal's corner time now. Oh, but he makes it out.
That counter hit. I don't think it's going to kill, but enjoy the corner yourself. Good cash out with the meter there. That said, Chip has the meter. Ooh.
Oh, another low mix. Doesn't have enough to end it. I'm just going to have to keep up that pressure if they want to take the second game.
You know he wanted the air throw again.
Oh, and just a wake-up DP.
Yeah, mid-tier God really not relying on the DP here, just letting it be known as a tool a couple times, making sure that has to think about it.
Hey, this is a part of my toolkit.
Yeah. I think I really like to represent stuff like that early, because I think forcing your opponent to think about their own offense is so harmful. It's a great move. So like doing stuff like wake up DP, wake up parry, even wake up super like that early on in the set can really plant a seed that will pay dividends throughout the remainder of the set.
If you never use it at all and you use it at the last minute, they will never expect it. But yeah, immediately going in with their Rekka series, and it puts them in the corner.
Oh,
it's a lot of whipped buttons here.
A little bit of Dice Case vision there. Those are some hitboxes. Looks good to me, Chief.
Counter hit. It's minion planting time.
I was worried.
Trying to go in for super. Whoa,
Downtown minions are cleared, but Mirko gets to set up the corner situation. No shot.
Another DP.
DP down out.
They're gonna have to keep that in mind, man. But nothing really to keep in mind if middle tier just keeps putting on the pressure, waiting for the burst, gets that OTG as well, and then tech grab. A lot of stuff coming in.
Again!
He loves that air grab.
Mirko really struggling to escape the corner here. You know, not really able to air dash out. Just keeps getting air grab back on in. That can be so tough.
How in the
Pretty
world did they
tight
that?
Series of decisions you have to make in a row when you want to escape the corner. I don't even know what side that hit on. That hit me for sure.
And another DP. Really seeing these come out this third game. Oh, and the super.
Positive bonus chip be upon ye.
Yes.
Oh man,
they got the meter buff now, so they're pressuring
1 bar.
Insane. Don't have a lot of meter. Oh, waiting for the burst.
Oh,
There's the burst again, and slash. Middle tier god, kind of not looking middle tier with their gameplay right here.
yeah, pretty commanding performance. You know, definitely has had some rounds where they had trouble getting in, but once they turned on the offense, things looked pretty over. Much like many people into Chip, I'm not great at blocking Chip myself.
That's my president right there.
I have not once in my life reacted to Chip command grab. I know Chip players hate to do it. They're like, it's risky, brother. You put 3 leaves on the screen. Have you seen the game? I can't see 3 leaves.
Oh, so now we'll be getting One True Snorlax versus Yatta.
This is going to be one to watch. One True Snorlax, a previous champion of the Aegis esports tournaments. Yeah.
And with the Nago, yeah, very understandable.
We don't see too many Nagos roll through. Definitely a character, you know, not everybody stuck with him after the nerfs. I think, you know, Nago players, they're fine with the nerfs. They're like, yeah, that's reasonable, I guess. And I don't think they updated their matchup charts too much. But you know, not everybody stuck it out with the character. A lot of people went to go try other things.
Oh, but you just said you haven't seen a lot of Leo lately. Well, we got one right here. Leo versus Nago. This is a tournament. This is a tournament matchup.
I got Leo's another character where I have to reach deep down inside and be kind to Leo players, because like a Leo player will make a sick outplay and I'm like, that's fine, I guess. That's what he's just gonna get back turn pressure. It's whatever. But you know, Leo players are sick. Just because I'm grumpy about some of the tools or even the number of tools he has access to doesn't mean that the Leo players themselves are not sick with it. That's a One True Snorlax making great use of incredible Nago tool 2S here.
Yeah,
really just clipping Yatta in the shins.
Big sword moment, honestly.
There's the background pressure. Good burst. Yeah, I don't want to block too much of that. The health lead could even up real quick. One True Snorlax with 1 bar on deck, and Yatta working on one themselves.
Yeah, good job managing their blood gauge as well. They have almost it full. They have to play super careful, put a lot of normals. Oh, but the dash through with the RC. Oh, but I countered it. Missed the burst.
One True Snorlax looking very steady through that back turn pressure, and the defense pays off. When they have regenerated like what 70% of their burst already, and Yatta is hanging on 0.
Yeah, and B just had to use it and then got punched for it. So yeah, just no burst. Maybe for like the rest of the match, possibly.
God, Leo's tick throw game just cleans me up. I am so free to that stuff.
Oh, missed the conversion off the RC. And
no blocking and back turn.
Ooh. Yeah, there's the super. Gonna get the wall break. Not enough. Wait, no, that is gonna kill.
Yeah.
That's a dead Leo. Holy moly.
I will say, even though I'm grumpy and perhaps downplaying at Leo players sometimes, the one thing I always think is sick is when a Leo player is willing to leave back turn stance prematurely. They go, I don't really like the way this is going, I'm cashing out, and they just piece out a back turn stance and go, that was a good, I'm full now, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's very understandable because I mean, they can't block in back turn, so they have to, like, if they realize, like, oh, I'd have no more pressure to put on, let me get out of back turn so I can maybe do a little bit more moves and then be safe enough to block.
Tribe is interesting in that they've chosen to balance a couple characters around not blocking, namely Happy Chaos, Leo, and Bedman most recently. Your mileage may vary on how much you think those characters are balanced by that mechanic, but I think it's a cool space to design in.
Yeah. Oh, just going at it with the flash kick. Interesting.
You're never minus with a flash kick. Gorilla copter out of the corner.
And the gorilla sent him up. Just coming down and going.
Oh my word, I can't believe you blocked that Snorlax. God, like, still open up by the back turn pressure. Guard point is not going to cut it.
Oh! Another random DP, but... Okay.
No, that had to have been a JH. I refuse to believe that was a DP at that did. They can't be playing the DP neutral at full screen. Maybe.
I don't know.
I gotta ask Yatta.
Yeah, Snorlax looking very good again. Doing a good job managing the blood gate as well. Backstepping the DP into the 6H and the super.
That's got to kill.
That might be dead.
Oh?
Yeah, just super dead there.
Snorlax is such an incredible blood bar accountant, like really relying on their normals. I don't think we even saw them go for a blood-sucking universal set, but they weren't scared to Fukyo. Like, you know, Yada was giving up a lot of space there trying to get out of Nago buttons, and Snorlax was really pressing the space with Fukyo, not willing to let Leo get the position of his choosing.
I feel like that's what makes a good Nago player. If you can manage your blood gauge super well, I feel like that's kind of like your sign with like, oh, I know Nago.
Finesse to that too, right? Because a lot of Nagos will play way more fast and loose and want to go for Blood-Sucking Universe a lot more, but Snorlax is cool to chill out and play Nago as a more, a mid-range character. I would have mashed tech there and gotten blown up.
Yeah, or like Guilty Gear, or like how like Guilty Gear themselves say, oh, but like you just said,
never mind.
Go for it. He went for it and got punished. I feel a little bit cheeky on up to games. Yeah, trying to wait for a burst bait there too, but Yada does not burst those.
Oh my, never mind. Yada is
world?
playing the full screen neutral out here. That is sick. Great counterplay. I know DP Clash canceling is counterplay against a fair amount of characters. I heard, Bridget Main's talking about it recently. I know that's a Soul Bad Guy classic.
Yeah, maybe that's what Yata's trying to go for with that DP Clash cancel.
Yeah. I suppose I don't see it as much on Leo because it's a charge motion, so you have to chill out for it, but
yeah,
Yata still represent the option.
Still waiting for the burst. Yata refuses to burst those. Oh, DP, another DP. Can we get a third DP? But this gets punished for that one finally.
Who does that? Who plays like this? Thank you, Yada, for
like that.
Yeah. Thank you for that. If nothing else, that ruled.
Yeah. Oh, gets a grab there. Here comes the back to saves another grab.
Get another one. Look at that damage on the grab. Ooh, do not take the grab in stride, folks.
Ooh, watch that wrist gauge. Oh, finally uses the burst.
Look at the blood. He's gonna pop.
Another burst coming in. It's looking really good for Yada. Yeah, that's a dead Nago.
That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen Snorlax pop in my life.
Interesting. Okay.
It's a rare occasion. That guy will keep it 299 blood with you. They might have. He keeps it 300.
They might have just tried to like cash all their stuff in to get the kill, but just didn't quite make it out and then popped.
No, it was a Fukyo forward, I think, after a couple of normals. Perhaps expecting the slash normals to compensate for the Fukyo.
Maybe. But yeah, finally taking a game. Yada is not out of it just yet.
Woo! 2S once again dominant. The Nago Roundstar Classic.
Kick. 5K.
Blowing you up. Got you in the corner. Down 50% already.
Ooh, okay, I like
you
that.
You might be thinking that's not 50% of the life bar, but I'll have you know I can't count. Ooh, Snorlax looking a little antsy here in Leo pressure.
Gorillas can't read.
Oh my word!
Oh, no. Finally burst those. Wait a minute. What is going on? Yada played crazy.
Just a slight scramble situation. But the hard call out of the backdash there will get you the round.
Snorlax is on set point here.
Either side has burst. Snorlax is closest to getting his back.
Yeah. Not if Yada has anything to say about it. Snorlax finally getting a hit in to escape the corner and the double slash.
Snorlax was really also just not FDing so much of that corner pressure from Leo. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Oh, gets that grab.
Careless Beyblade. Oh my word.
Finally getting rid of the wrist gauge there too. Ooh, okay. Trying to get in with some RC. Oh, but the corner swap. There's the RC. That's probably it. Very much so. Ending with that 6H. And Snorlax, albeit losing a game, takes it.
Yeah, you gotta expect the champ to be coming for grands here. Mm-hmm. But that is not the last we've seen of Yada. This is a winner's side match.
It's gonna be going to be interesting to see because in winners finals we have a Nago Jacko. Wait, was it Jacko? No, Nago Chip. My bad.
Yeah, Nago Chip. We got One True Snorlax versus Mid-Tier God.
Very interesting stuff coming in. Yeah, great job to both players as well, and to everyone who's been playing this tournament. They've been doing excellent this tournament. It's been super fun to watch.
Yeah, really, I appreciate the faith people have in this. I know it was hard. A lot of people are not running online tournaments for a minute, or they were keeping them pretty small, or not streaming them. So we really appreciate anyone who showed up on our inaugural Strive tournament back.
Yeah. So, I believe we will be waiting for Middle Tier God at the moment.
You're looking at Tensorial versus Aoi Kiefer down there in losers round 4, as well as En versus Squidge Luke. Who took Squidge out? Squidge Luke going out 3-2 against Middle Tier God.
Very close set there. Interesting.
I was saying Squidge is a very solid Happy Chaos player, and they recently were. I think they posted some of their rating update results and are top 15 Happy Chaos, which is it's hilarious that you can roll up to a 16-person Strive bracket and you have to face Squidge Luke across from you. You're like, oh boy, let me get a bit of tournament experience. Top 15 Happy Chaos.
Yeah, just hey, I'm one of the best Happy Chaoses in the world.
Yeah, Squidge is definitely one to watch. I think they are sponsored, or they're GOH, or no, they're GOH staff. Didn't they just get sponsored by another? Or Luke works with so many organizations in so many aspects, as well as they're still a kid. They're going to school and stuff, so they do so much work. It's pretty wild.
But now we're getting into it. Snorlax versus Middle Tier God in winners finals of Aegis Esports Guilty Gear Strive in a weekly 23.
Yeah.
It is crossplay too.
You just cannot get hit out here. You cannot get hit by anything.
No, Nago will kill you. Literally.
A lot of people would say that bite there is the end of the match. Nago can really go stupid with blood and just end you.
Already Chip
back
had a third health left.
Mid-Tier God not afraid to risk it to get the biscuit. Thinks they're never going to get out of this offense if they don't.
Try to go for another
Clink Clank.
Another one. Trying to get that mix up, but Snorlax knows. Blocking everything except for that.
It doesn't end, man. The up, right, left, out. Look, you don't even have to get hit by drill to get mixed by drill. I hate that move. Looking for that 2S. Grimy.
Just a quick dash in grab will finally do that.
Downtown. So eat the dust, boy.
Very fast-paced matchup we've got here, especially because, Chip is a fast character, but also because Nago just pumps out damage like it's nobody's business, especially with Chip's low health.
Or Nago also pumps out risk like nobody's business. I mean, look at that risk gauge just going up and up and up.
Yeah, and Chip already almost on his last legs here, too.
Yeah, that hit'll do it. Waits out the burst.
Not quite. I guess maybe tried to jump, but caught him before the jump frames actually came out with the spin. Spin to win. And he very much won that.
Yeah, goodness, blink and you miss it. I mess up a lot of round counts, but it's only because this is Guilty Gear Strive. That was... Well, I mean, check your watch, folks.
There's a reason why, tournaments now for Strive are all best of 5.
Yeah, I think the game could even, might be healthier moving to best of 7. It's just that nobody wants to run tournaments that long.
Yeah. Personally, I feel like this should be 3 rounds instead of 2.
Ooh, interesting. I wonder what that would do to the burst economy.
Yeah, that's something that might be interesting to look into. But I'm not a TO. I'm the one in charge. But Nago definitely is the one in charge in this matchup here, quickly taking that first round.
Yeah, talk about the burst economy. I mean, look at Mid-Tier God down a burst. I bet you really wish you had one right about now.
Yeah, already almost has it back again. But that damage coming in. It is Chip.
Get it back in time. Woo! Snorlax. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back off their burst. Snorlax not afraid to take the offense back o Oh boy, Bloodsucking Universe gonna let him do whatever he wants.
Oh my goodness, I barely had enough time to finish a thought before that game ended.
What a call out. Exquisite backdash, sir. A fine vintage.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Ridley saying top 3 explosive damage, Pot, Nago, Soul. Let me think. Let me postulate the possibilities. I get Bedman does have some pretty grimy damage on certain routes. I'm a Bedman non-believer. I think that character's doo-doo trash. Oh, Gold Lewis. Yeah, that's one to remember.
Oh, yeah.
But on certain routes, Bedman can really light you up, especially with a bit of risk beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, starting out with a counter hit, but it doesn't work out very well for middle tier.
Good God, just hitting him with the clean yellow soles of his boots. I guess they're probably sandals, right? I don't know. Someone educate me on Nagoriyuki's footwear. Oh,
it looks like it actually looks like boots more than sandals. No, actually, they look like the freshest kicks in the world. The way he's
looking real
here.
nice after that one. I'm gonna go to the Nike store and pick me up some of those. Those look clean after that round.
Yeah. Middle tier God is going to have to try to get something working here against Nago because Snorlax is just capitalizing on the incredibly low health that Chip has. I mean, look at that damage that he just did. And a counter hit too. Oh, but he doesn't have meter to extend it.
Man, when mid really gets things going, they can just overwhelm Snorlax, it seems. But they're just struggling to get things going.
Wait, this is middle tier time.
I'm gonna go on long enough.
There we go. Okay, has enough meter to just quickly do an RC and like a punch to finish it.
Yeah, very mindful play there. Mid. That said, Snorlax is not afraid to spend resources to just maintain control of the offense because they know they only really need 2 hits on Chip. Look at that YRC right there, spending the meter to return to a beneficial scenario for them.
Yeah, middle tier is still very much in danger here, but they're looking a lot better. No, they missed the super. Oh, but
also, look at how many times mid got hit. Right? Like, I don't want to be a Chip apologist. Chip is a very frustrating character for me to deal with, but good God, like mid was not afraid to backdash every wake up or try to get out of every situation because he knows blocking is death against Chip. He knows, he only needs to turn things around once to win. Who can blame him for gambling like that? Nago has the health to gamble with.
Yeah, in such a very commanding winners finals, Snorlax needed to be in grand finals here. Sends middle tier God to losers finals, and now we will tune into the losers bracket here. I believe we are waiting on Ian versus Squidge Luke. They are still playing, and the winner of that will fight off against Yada on stream next. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, Snorlax might actually be the most recent winner of Aegis. It's either him or Jack would be my guess. So definitely coming back to defend the crown. It's Jack. Yeah, Jack is out here cleaning up in the online tournament space.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be Happy Chaos versus Leo.
Indeed, I know. Leo is a character with so many tools, and I won't say beats Happy Chaos, but is capable of fighting the good fight against Happy Chaos. It has answers to a lot of the tricky, nasty stuff Chaos wants to do, and has the health and the damage to really make their offensive moments count.
Oh yeah, and then with Happy Chaos, really the only thing you have to say about Happy Chaos, gun.
It's true.
Gun. Yes.
They don't want to say it, but it is true. I mean, I'm on board with Happy Chaos until roll. Roll really makes me grumpy. It's like, oh, really? The left right? I know, you got to FD before roll so that you don't get left-righted. But man, it is tough that in a character with so many tools that is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Leo Fireball makes me grumpy. Why that fella got a Fireball that good in with the rest of his kit?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, then again, the heavy slash one is pretty slow, but it also is a lot of pressure tool if you're in the corner for a wake up, just like with Anji Butterfly. It's rough times out there. for some tools that characters have got. Yeah, I think we're still waiting on both players to join the lobby.
I mean, Anji Shitsu, I wouldn't even say is a real fireball. I think it's really only an Oki tool. Most characters can punish you full screen for even thinking about Shitsu.
That's true.
Let me go look. 29 frames of startup. Total length 52.
Almost a whole half a second. And here's Yada finally in the lobby. It's getting pretty late. I'm an old man.
Old man hours. Yeah, this is the sleepy time fireside chat. Everyone in production's pretty beat up. I guess it's just that time of year.
Yeah, getting to end of the semester. Things are slowing down.
Dude, all the college kids from locals, have already pieced out near me, but I feel like all the old people, the old folks home, we're all getting beat up at work. I don't know what it is right now. Into the financial quarter, I don't know.
But this set coming up, someone's going to get beaten up as well. We have both players in the lobby at the moment. The match will be starting any moment.
Yeah, Leo doesn't have to worry about the financial quarter. He's a monarch. All the taxes go directly to him.
And Happy Chaos evades their taxes.
That's true. That's true in every universe.
Happy Chaos doesn't pay taxes.
Happy Chaos doesn't think taxes are funny, so they're not real.
They commit tax fraud. Happily commit tax fraud, if you will.
That's true. They, in the little character bios where it's like, Nago likes rice balls and fancy clothes. It's like Happy Chaos likes mass murder and tax fraud.
True.
Let's see. So, Hinlon, you talked about you play a bit of Sin. Who else you play?
Really, when the game first came out, I played a lot of Leo. Leo was the character that I played a lot. And then recently, I've kind of just haven't really felt fun having fun playing Leo anymore. So I was kind of looking for a new character, dabbled a little bit with some other characters. And then Sin came out. I'm like, hey, Sin's pretty fun. I'll stick with him. And then I'm kind of wanting to stick with Sin to where when they eventually buff him, it's not like I'm going to be joining a bandwagon.
I'm playing the long game.
I'm playing the long game here. But I mean, there's also Ramlethal I thought about learning. It's pretty fun. I know
a lot of people have gone away from Ram, so it would be cool to see somebody pick her up because I think she's still a character with a lot of potential. But I don't like all the Ram mains. Let's see, SQ's playing Chip now. I know a lot of people went from Ram to Bridget because it's Bridget's doing what I do better.
Fair, but you gotta put some thought into this. Big sword, 2 of them.
Sword. Oh, okay, I understand now. Yeah, no matter how much they nerf that character, those swords are still big. That's
true. That's true.
You can't argue with that one.
And then we are going into the match right now. Yada versus Squidge Luke in losers quarters. Nago and Happy Chaos, an interesting matchup here.
Goodness, yeah, with the damage of both these characters, are we even gonna hear a lyric in Mirror of the World?
An immediate gold burst. That's a lot of meteor coming in.
Yeah, Squidge is scary. I've seen them a lot, and every time I see them, they just get better. The Happy Chaos community, they're honers. They're all getting so much better at that character so fast, and it's scary, man.
Oh man, I love the double air dust combos that Leo has. Very funny. Oh, but another DP.
Yada really applying pressure out here. Does not want to let Luke get the gun out.
Pressure. Going big gorilla mode here. Yeah, there we go. Just the mirror didn't. Yeah, like you said, the mirror didn't have time to get started before that first round was taken.
Oh my god, let him know. Round start.
What is Yada doing?
Talk your shit, Leo players.
Oh, doesn't have enough meter for that super yet,
Yes,
but that's
Ex
still
Machina,
half-life. Yeah.
Was saving it for that
what a
PRC
starter.
forward. And my god, look at the meter gain for positive bonus. Positive bonus 2, the squeakle over here.
Oh my
Second wall break.
goodness. So much
That
meter
BRC
coming in.
slowdown so effective.
Oh, but they can't, not enough meter can save you from that mix, though.
That's great. Yada called out the burst, but Luke held it for just a little bit longer.
Perfect amount, and then just runs in with the grab for the final round here. Pretty good stuff from both players, like kind of realizing what each character could do, and then what each players are doing.
Oh.
Yeah, super smart for Luke. Kind of knew that the DP was coming in there, but not there though.
I mean, we see Yada out here really just wants to smother Happy Chaos, not give them the opportunity to get a real offense started. Which, you know, even though Happy Chaos has some decent normals, they're really struggling if they can't get the gun out.
Yeah, there are those loops coming in, racking up so much damage against Luke. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, that's the big thing in the Leo matchup. You can grab his run through.
Great defense, yeah. Does not want to block any of that back turn, and who can blame him?
Opts to reload the gun instead of closing out the wall.
Must have still been in throw immune frames, those 5 long frames of throw immunity after block's done.
Ooh, but the blue RC dash in with the many little normals just to get something going. Pull out the whip. You deserve it.
Good golly, Miss Molly. BRC forward is doing so much for Luke right now. I feel like people don't want to do the things it takes to beat that. Like, all you have to do is throw out something that's going to be active fast. But, you know, it can be so scary to... You know, you start to feel like even a 5P is too committal of a button post wall break. You really don't want to let your opponent get the momentum on you. But Luke has shown a willingness to blow that 50 meter time and time again on BRC forward.
Oh yeah, and we saw at the very start of the first game there, they got the golden RC into the install super. It worked out very well for Luke there, but let's see how it's going to go. And Yada be able to make this comeback. Although a very small lead that Luke has, I think Yada can definitely turn this to game 5.
By the way, blocking the Happy Chaos roll, I could not have done that in my life. Also, great mindfulness from Yada there, not trying to whiff punish Happy Chaos with 5D. I know it makes people really grumpy, but, you know, the game is what it is, and you got to train yourself to play it.
Yeah, I was about to say there comes the Leo pressure, but Luke just able to find the openings and get some hits there.
Oh, man. Electing not to block. I wonder what that caught. Maybe just a jump.
Maybe his life with
GGST
this
Machina
super
gonna
here.
break the wall here. No kill.
Not quite.
Gotta FD everything, though.
Oh,
Hard
and then
knockdown
the orb coming
situation.
in.
You are stuck back blocking. Oh, man. Sets up the log cabin, too. Builds himself a cozy little house.
He does have plenty of meter to work with, but maybe not as long here. No. Yeah, just...
He
Luke
went
playing
in,
that
he
long
put his
game
dirty toes on him, and then he threw his orb.
Orb. Have a ponder at this.
They're pondering the orb. Low profile action.
Oh my goodness.
That risk was getting a little bit hefty, though. Look at the meter on Yada, too.
I know, just going crazy with these block streams, just rapidly building meter. Yeah. With the
There we go,
RC
keeps the
DP.
offense going. Gets another back turn. Gotta hate those situations. I couldn't block any of that.
Coming in. Yeah, Luke didn't with that wall break. Here we
Big
go.
counter right there. Yada still building meter, though.
Yeah.
Who needs it, man? Who?
There's not him anymore.
Probably could have just taken the throw damage and OTG'd, but let's go for a little swaggy RC conversion off the throw.
Why not? It's super easy to do. Takes the round. Why not go for it?
A little bit of left-right, unfortunate.
DP's in the air. Interesting. I mean, burst in the air. Interesting choice. Let's see.
Luke giving up some space here, but does get the resources back.
Yeah, there's the install too, so it's going to be super damaging here. Gets the wall as well. Not enough meter for super. Opts to not break that wall in favor of more pressure. Again,
holding
doesn't
on to
break
the corner.
wall. This one's going to break though. He has enough. Wait, did that hit?
GGST Machina, yep. It's gonna pick up off the slump.
did.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, and Yada held that burst the whole time. That is so tough.
The decision making that Luke had at the end of that second game is crazy.
Luke was in the Excel spreadsheets there. Like, okay, how many loops of this do I need to get them, into the wall slump super so that their burst won't matter?
Yeah, what do I do here so that it gets the wall splat, but then I can do this so that it doesn't break, so I'd be ready for the next. Just so much insight that Luke had into that last interaction, and it worked out super well for him. Going to game 3 now, it is a game point for Luke to advance to losing semis here.
Let's see. Are we gonna see a 3-0 into loser semis here? Oh,
Possibly.
Man. Gonna feel that. We're probably gonna end this in the Deus Ex Machina. Yup.
There we go. Such a cool,
like, 6 Black Heavens guns.
Yes.
I love the little gun kata. Oh man, DP sends it and that's gonna get you killed.
Oh, he missed though. He's got plenty of meter to work with. Oh, but it's quickly coming down. Oh.
Leo's goofy face there. Also, like, Happy Chaos has so many ridiculous animations that you probably don't even get to see unless you really slow the game down.
Yeah, the one thing, just what are you doing, Luke? Just these weird kick loops, but yeah,
hey, man.
The one thing I like
Happy
about
Chaos has the blicky out. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh no.
The one thing I do really like about Happy Chaos is their animations, they're normals, and just the thought and care that the developers put into making this character super unique with their animations is super cool to see.
Yeah, Buddy is straight goofing.
Yeah, he is straight goofing with this gun pressure right here. Oh no. Was that a rage quit?
Yeah, that might be a 3-0 plug pull. I will not allege that yet, but that's it. That's a true combo.
Yeah, the super fast 302. Squidge Luke will take that game though, and we'll be fighting Tensorial in loser semifinals. Tensorial also got the 3-0 above Alpha Omega in the other quarterfinal match. So it will be Tensorial versus Squidge Luke for 4th place.
Yeah, Tense is the Eno player, I believe, and I know a lot of people really doom that matchup. It's definitely one of the incredibly hard matchup in the game, but I know Daru gave a lot of people hope, seeing Daru really clean up some Eno players over in Evo Japan.
Yeah.
People have such a weird romanticized view of Japanese players of they play so clean and they don't throw, and it's Dar's over here never blocked on any wake up, just sending it, dive kick every second of every day. Sometimes you just gotta go for it.
Yeah. And so now we're just waiting on Tensorial to come into the lobby and get the matches started. Let's see, but yeah, Squidge Luke, that game just going sicko mode, for lack of better words.
Oh, like I said, Squidge has just improved so much technically in a short period of time. I feel like Happy Cast is a very technically demanding character. A lot of people say that Happy Cast's tournament results are not that consistent because it's so hard on your hands to play him during a really long tournament. But a consequence of that is that I think a lot of Happy Chaos players are very technical on offense as well. I think you see them, successfully defending with IBFD or just IB in general, or calling out really tight or going for really tight backdashes or throw gaps, things like that. You might see on a lot of other characters.
Why is Tensorial's in-game name Family Guy Funny Moments? Was that Peter Griffin?
That is. It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
Where are those good old-fashioned values in which we used to rely?
Oh, they're in Guilty Gear Strive. That teaches you
it's the Guilty Gear Strive.
Teaches you to murder your friends guilt-free.
Thank you, Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
But now we're going into it. Yeah, versus Happy Chaos.
Let's see if there are indeed any funny moments.
There could be a few funny moments here.
You know, as
Guilty Gear funny
unfortunate
moments.
as players say this matchup is, I would expect Tensorial to really have prepared for this and to be more knowledgeable in the matchup than Luke might be, just because there are not that many players out there.
Already proving that you can just go in and kind of do what they want just with the dash in and the overhead there.
Yeah, we are no doubt going to see a lot of FD breakout here today from,
Here we go. Happy Chaos Pressure coming in here with that blue RC.
The other thing I don't really see people rate is that Ino has some pretty nice ground buttons, but it's pretty hard to play them like the way you might play Kai, for instance, because of her float dash. You know, you can't step in and out of neutral with your ground buttons in the same way that another mid-range character could.
It is kind of how like Ino plays. They play very much in the air and like mixing up their options through the air. Their ground buttons, they are used, but they're kind of just used as like combo tools.
Yeah, but there's some good
like
stuff there. You know, if you can get in there and play the neutral on the ground as Ino, like look at that 2S, the advancing low, like woo.
And then stroke the big tree there coming in, and the projectile. Completely forgot about that.
Just raw JD. No double overhead. A single overhead for me, thank you. Oh my god.
Okay,
Does not get the
interesting
back
RC
of the-
setup.
Oh
Does
my
not
god.
burst. Didn't need to
That
burst.
rule. Because they didn't get the back air throw into the corner, but they still managed to convert and turn Squidge Luke around. That was a really cool little combo. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Really interesting stuff here that Tensorial's got going on. Is Squidge changing the character? Oh, okay. They hopped out of the
No, loser gets bumped.
Gotcha.
It's to stop the spectator bug in these incredibly stable lobbies.
Yes, very stable lobbies.
Things have been decent today. You could doom and say it's because less people are playing in general, but I'm hopeful Arxis will turn things around.
Yeah, speaking of turning things around, let's see how Luke can turn things around and win this second game.
Luke very content to chill out here full screen and just blast away at Ino. Ten's really missing out here trying to FD break and dash block on in.
Yeah, and there's the roll coming in, getting a little bit of damage there. Ino in trouble.
Ooh.
They still got burst on deck, though.
The moment the gun comes out, hits that HCL.
Yeah. Oh, and this pressure that the Tensorial's got going on. Holy moly. Oh, and the stroke. Just staggering everything.
Oh my God.
Getting the air grab, too.
You are staying in the corner.
Finally using the burst. Luke's still in that corner, too. Just opts to stay there.
Oh no, doesn't have the meter to convert into Deus Ex, but whoo! Shot through the heart.
Post up a tent, why don't you? Get back, relax, pull up the recliner.
I mean, Happy Chaos got that Halo 1 Magnum, that thing got the scope on it. Good golly. This is great too because Ino is really punishing 2K and 2S, some really great buttons of Happy Chaos's.
Yeah, but look how much meter Luke has now. That's a lot of meter.
Scary stuff. Gotta expect a YRC. Oh, you gotta block to YRC though, and I don't know if they're gonna get the chance. Doesn't get the air grab there. Switch
Yeah, finally having. It's finally his turn now.
2K action, enjoy this note, and the raw overhead again.
Yeah, there's the meaty. Luke still got. There's the YRC, but misses it.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, good stuff for Tensorial. Finally putting the pressure, blocking the YRC too.
I love Ino, dude. I gotta train this character now. I played a tiny bit of Ino, but not in any real fundamental sense, but she is so sick.
They're a cool character. But Luke's getting that wall splat and the super coming in here.
Hence out here with only, 3/4 of a bar? Gonna be a bit before they may have to turn things around in that. Luke is out of thinking real hard juice, but manages to build the meter to get super if they wanted it.
Yeah.
Oh, HCL, you are back in the corner.
Here we go. Almost getting something started. There's the overhead too, and the burst coming in for Luke. Oh, but there's the insult super as well. It's gonna be super rough for Tensorial to basically live this.
Oh my God.
Burst. That's exactly what they needed there.
Fat conversion. Has the meter to do whatever they want.
Wait, is that it? That is
Oh,
it.
will the super kill?
What a comeback.
Go. Dude,
I have no idea how they did that. I think the room crashed again.
Perhaps. We'll see. We're good. We're cool. We're good.
Yeah, okay.
Reese, our primary Eno analyst. How are you feeling about the matchup? What is Tense doing that is nice with it as compared to other Enos?
Tense is looking pretty nice with it, I will say. As someone who doesn't watch this matchup often, pretty good.
I mean, I knew Tensorial was good, but it's like you hear Eno players talk about it, and it's like, oh, the misery of this matchup. They place me in a cage and hit me with rocks every day, and it's like, I don't know. Every time I see the Eno players, they're looking kind of nice. I don't know. Not an enologist myself, but it doesn't look impossible.
Have they started yet? Or okay, never mind. Wasn't sure what was taking a little bit.
Reese's thoughts are just that Tensorial is just doing a pretty decent job with conditioning and mixing.
Their fundies are better.
That's what I mean. So many characters really come down to conditioning.
Yeah. And Eno is a great conditioning character, but let's see if Luke can maybe make this comeback. Tense is in a very dominant position here.
Punnett trying to go for that 5p anti-air, but escapes the corner at the cost of burst. Ooh, 2k catching stroke.
Yeah, and there's the orb with the install super. It's chaos time.
This is advanced pondering. This is not your basic pondernomics.
It's not your average orb you're looking at here.
Oh, one bullet in the chamber, that's all you need.
Ooh. And another install super too.
Yep.
Are they dead? Yes, they are very much dead there.
That is tough. Didn't even need Deus Ex.
Put them in the Machia like that.
And I see Luke really wanting to preempt a lot more, which is definitely how I play into Eno as well. A lot of, running at her, stopping her from getting the exact approach she wants.
The blue RC trying to give her a little bit more time. Maybe
I wanted a YRC there, but got caught in the gap.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, but those overhead mix-ups coming in really fast, and the wall splat with the charge dust to finish that round.
Every time an Eno player does 2 strokes in a row to me, I just set down the controller. I'm like, it's over. Nothing good's happening after this.
Yeah, this is a round point for Tense, but Luke kind of wants to keep it going.
Yeah, good call out there from Luke blocking the burst. Tense wanted exactly not this situation to happen, and yet here it is happening. The 5D will end it.
Yeah, I was about to say it's going to have to do another comeback from that low health round like the last game, but no, Luke's not having any of that. Takes that game 3.
Yeah, great stabilization effort here from Luke, using a lot of those fat happy chaos buttons to preempt Tensorial, occupy that space that Eno wants to occupy beforehand, and force her back out, into the mid-range or apply pressure to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, on the flip side, it's if Tense wants to enter the air more, well, then Happy Guys is going to have to start to rely on the gun more.
Yeah. Oh, but just a quick immediate orb. Just like, hey, there you go. Not much coming in there with Eno's pressure coming in. Oh, but a gold burst again, and the charged install super.
Yeah, Luke cashes it out immediately. Another 50 bar here. Oh no, some filth.
I think it's super funny that Arxis gave Happy Chaos the chicken foot jump that Oreo has.
That's what I mean. Fighter. It's like, you look at individual elements of the character, and I'm like, I'm not that grumpy, and then you're like, he's got what? He hit me with the
Happy Chaos has what?
Burst still on deck here for Tensorial and a round up. Oh, Burst comes out early.
Yeah, put a giant red circle around that move. Just like, yes, what?
Oh, whoa! Slides out of the corner there. Yeah, Luke trying not to get caught in the corner themselves. Look at that.
One more bullet
really
in the chamber left. Playing Russian roulette with what he's got.
Luke is almost full meter here, though. You gotta expect the YRC to come out, or is he saving it all for offense?
Maybe. There's the burst, too. Oh, it's offense time.
Oh, yep. Deus Ex is gonna kill.
Dead.
Oh
Doesn't
god,
even
who
need
needs
Deus
it?
Ex.
Shoo.
Once Happy Chaos gets that install super, it's so much pressure that you got to deal with.
What did I say, man? Every time I get stroked twice in a row, like the round just falls apart from there. Players start feeling themselves at an advanced level.
Yeah. Oh, there's the RC coming in. Oh, with the combo. Whoa, what a pickup there! Almost getting the wall splat. Oh, not quite. The normal didn't hit. Wait a minute. Oh, another. Yeah, like you said, two strokes.
That is final boss behavior.
It really, it literally, because Ino was the final boss in the first Guilty Gear.
He's the boss in Plus R, yeah.
Yeah, and Plus R. No, Plus R is Testament. No, not Testament.
Is it Testament? It might be.
No, the final boss in Plus R is Justice.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and the first Guilty Gear
is a boss character in is it just in
very
Missing
first
Link?
Guilty Gear,
or is it an X? Because she gets I thought Midnight Carnival is her boss theme.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting right to it. Middle Tier God was ready to join the lobby. So yeah, Tensorial Middle Tier God in losers finals right now.
Ooh, Ten's coming out of this with a hot hand, well warmed up. But Middle Tier God is had some recent matches themselves.
It was very spicy. But I mean, Middle Tier God just barely beat Luke, and Tensorial was pretty dominant in that game against Luke. So I mean, let's see how it's going to turn out. We've got two rushdown characters, so it's going to be a very high-paced match.
Everybody running at each other.
Yeah, literally.
Gamma. Oh, right under the neutral.
There's just a lot of scrapping going on. Some punishing counters. You're gonna hear counter a lot in this set.
I think Tense was calling out a DP there and went left to right to mess up the DP input.
Maybe.
That's just a pretty nasty mix-up in general. Those Ino knees underrated. I think a lot of people think about her other air moves available, but man, JK wrecks me.
Yeah. And immediately wall break too. And another counter. Oh, there's the red RC with the wall carry. Still not using their burst yet and gets grabbed.
I think that's smart, chill out, save it. If you use burst, I think you really got to be confident you're going to win the round. You do not want to be down in the burst economy. Oh, wow. Daisuke, can you show me those hitboxes, brother?
Here we go.
Another call out. No free pressure resets.
Oh, able to make it out of the corner, but gets caught.
Yeah. Counter hit is fat. There's the burst finally, but might be too little too late. Chip damage enough.
Big chip combos. Oh, the roller reverse now.
6-8 calling that? Wild. Players are a different breed,
got that bar to spend too, and immediately spends it, but Chip's got burst.
Tense wanted to call it out with the stroke under, but no. What? Good God. Hit with the very edge of that hitbox.
Yeah, and then into the Rekka, and finally the super to take that game.
That is so tough. Mid-tier God going up one early. Can you imagine if mid-tier God played a high-tier character unlike
impossible.
Low mid-tier character chips enough?
Impossible. I can never see that happen.
If they played top one character soul bad guy, that would be inconceivable.
Not my God. Not my middle tier God.
Duel 1.
Ooh, didn't expect Stroke to go under that, but I guess it is a pretty darn low profile.
Ooh, challenging.
Called out.
Yeah, challenging that Rekka.
It's Tensorial really not having much luck preempting Chip except with Stroke, which is it's wild.
Wait, that's already the round.
Some of Chip's buttons are
crazy. Yeah, that pressure goes insane against Chip.
2 counter hits, right? That's all it takes. Great whip punish there from mid. Not a big conversion off it though.
Hey, damage is damage.
That's one way to beat Stroke.
Yeah, and that's another way to beat Stroke.
Stop it.
Middle tier God really
do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Another stroke.
Remember when I said 2 strokes in a row meant the round was over? I wonder what that means.
There's a burst finally coming in. Middle
There we go.
Almost
The
in there,
jump is
burst.
safe.
There it is. Might be
burst
having to
this.
use it soon. Yeah. That's a lot of meter that that Tense has. Doesn't need it though.
That is the
It's
first time I have
immediately-
ever seen someone anti-air drills in the entirety of my Guilty
Oh.
Gear career. Thank you for the gift, Tensorial. I will never forget this.
They just knew, I guess.
Simply built different. That 6P is really doing it for Eno.
Simply constructed alternatively, if you will.
Built wrong.
Built stupid. Put him, send him back to the factory. Get him fixed.
Get him reimbursed.
Duel 1.
Yeah, it's
Oh my God.
1-1 for both players, so it's a fair, very even set.
Mid-tier really turning up the aggression here. Does not want to let Tensorial get their choice of spacing. Oh, it could be time for the infinite block string.
Maybe. No block string needed if you get that hit though.
Oh my!
And lots of hits coming in. Yeah, that's the first round.
6K is the round end to Rooney. I mean,
6K.
it's a hell of a drug. Chip gave up drugs, but he took up 6K. So, like, what is worse?
I don't know. 6K
Oh, man,
helped him out of
please.
rehab, so I mean. Oh,
Jump is safe.
with the safe jump, yeah. Locks at DP and another super quick round. These
job
rounds
holding on
are
the burst
going
there.
by.
Definitely don't want to be
okay.
squirrely on defense in this matchup.
These rounds are going by incredibly fast.
So yeah, any game with Chip in it, you know. Oh, once again. Not going to be enforced to burst here in a second. No, and it's blocked. Tensorial has the meter to go crazy.
Chip is dead. No, they had the meter. They could have finished it.
I don't know if it would have killed. Well, it is Chip. Now show the damage on Chip. No, they want the meter
Yeah.
for offense.
They don't
Doesn't
need
even
that
use
meter.
it.
They don't even need the meter.
Commanding third round there. Tensorial goes up 2-1.
Yeah, looking to maybe take it to grand finals.
I would love to
Let's-
see it. I'm an Eno fan, if not a Tensorial fan.
Yeah.
Although I think
Agreed.
2H seems like a real war crime in the Nago Eno matchup, but
Maybe,
of course Stroke is always there.
But maybe Miltier Gods will probably strive for that run back against Snorlax. So let's see if they can get that reverse coming in here. Oh, immediate air grab.
Oh, ow!
You love
Bad
to see those in
damage against the
Miltier's
offense.
Gods.
No more Stroke.
No more Stroke.
Cut down the big tree. All right, pressure extended.
There
Great
we go.
effect
Chip
here.
pressure
Eno is
with
down
the
in the
grab.
corner. Both calling it out. Great steer on the note. Nasty stuff. Antidepressant
them-
scale. It's working for me. I'm no longer depressed.
Yeah. Oh wait, they're dead. Yes. Hey,
All
maybe
too
looking
easy.
pretty good right now. Looking more like a high tier god a little bit.
Yeah. Mid-tier god really holding on to burst too. Sitting pretty, coming in around 2 here.
Yeah. Oh no,
Had
no more
about enough
strokes.
of that.
He is tired of getting stroked on. Oh yeah, immediately getting the meter with that and goes ahead to spend the cash that he got from his allowance.
What's he gonna do with the hard knockdown? Back in pressure. Yeah, you gotta burst that. Ooh,
Oh, but the meter gain that Middle Tier is
End it all.
getting still.
DRC catches the backdash. Oh, steers it high.
Where is that projectile going?
By predicting the jump.
Oh yeah, already takes it again. It's 2-2 now.
It's a rapid exchange. It could truly go to anybody. These players are
Yeah.
rapidly
evenly
adapting
matched.
out here. I'd say
Yeah.
mid-tier god is really,
Wait, no, it's
Killed
not
it.
2-2. It is 2-1. My
it's
bad.
not 2-2.
Is it? Wait,
I think it might be 2-2.
I think it might just be like having a stroke, but
It's one of the. Hey man,
it is
these
2-2. It is
matches go
2-2.
so fast.
I am having
Who
a
could blame
stroke.
you?
Yeah. It is 2-2. Apologies.
You were. Yeah, Eno is not the only one with a stroke in this booth.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Here
I'll
we
say
go.
mid tier was doing a great job with I'll say overwhelming Tensorial with a variety of options in these last couple of rounds. Let's see if they can keep it up or if Tens can adapt to some of these tricks. Oh,
Does get punished though, able to backdash out of there, but still looking really rough. That's it.
I'm sorry. Was that a one-hit kill? How many?
2, honestly, no clue.
Yeah, I'd say it was like 1.5.
Tens got their burst though. Gonna have to build some meter. Wait, there's the wall break. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think
Tensorial doesn't have a bar yet, but it could be all over here after this positive bonus.
there it is.
Can I see a command grab for me?
Yeah, I'll have to go for the RC, and there's the burst immediately. Yeah, they're dead.
What
That
a
was-
6B, man. Blazing, man.
Almost
Sick
as
play out
blazing
here
as
from
my
both
heart there.
characters. Way to take it to round 5.
Yeah, just still like incredibly fast games. Because I mean, the Eno chip matchup, you got super fast, fast rush down characters. So now we're gonna take it slow a little bit. We're slowing it down. It's grand finals. We got a Nago on deck waiting to play.
This is tough. I gotta say, I don't know if either of these characters are gonna play it slow. I mean, Snorlax definitely I will say a more neutral-oriented Nago than some players out there, but still, I don't think you can afford to give Eno the time to set up what she wants. You're gonna have to play a little quick as well.
Yeah, gonna have to kind of shut down what Eno's trying to go for with your large normals and whatnot. So, yeah, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. It's grand finals now. We got Snorlax the Nago versus Tensorial the Eno.
This is one for all the marbles, baby. $100 on the line, 70 to first place, 30 to second place. Let's rock.
Yeah, both players are guaranteed the money coming in, but who wants the most?
And we've been hit with the lobby bug on production side, folks. So I'm gonna live narrate the match for you.
Wait, I can still see it though.
Yeah, it was just our producer got booted
Oh,
because Guilty Gear's fun like that. Snorlax
unfortunate.
forcing Eno into the corner early on here and doing so much damage. You know,
That's
Eno
Nago.
not quite as fragile as Chip, but still
Yeah, gets
really
hit
cannot
once
afford to get hit
immediately.
too many times by Nago.
Gets hit once and immediately pops burst. Oh, what's the super?
One Yuki into stroke. Say it ain't so. I think that's gonna kill.
No, not quite.
Oh my god, OTG.
Oh,
Oh, I
get
remember
another
some
super
of
right
my
back.
own.
Another
She
super.
got those.
Oh,
Only
wait
if-
a minute.
Anything will kill Eno here.
They don't have enough meter to end it though. They have to go for the meaty setup, and it works
Oh
out
my
in
God.
their favor. Just by
You know,
pure
I was
luck
gonna
living
say
through
it's fine to miss the first round. It wasn't fine to miss the first round. That was wild.
No. Here we go. Now putting the pressure on Nago. Here we go. Nago 5K though. Big button.
You know, the thing about the great range on some of Nago's mid-range buttons is that if you're inside them, they also have some pretty big hurt boxes. And, you know, if Eno can just stay inside your range the whole game, you really can't bring those good buttons to bear.
Yeah, going ahead and using that RC meter. Doesn't have enough meter for maybe a follow-up to get a hit, but watch that risk gauge though.
God, look at that risk.
And the chip damage that he's putting out too.
If that counter hit 2H hit, like, there it is. Dead.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the biggest decider in this match right here. That counter hit 2H covers so much of the ground Eno wants to take, and it forces her to take a bit of a risk in stroke if she wants to go under it.
Yeah, because Eno is like a very much an aerial fighter with how their float dash works, that 2H is going to come very much in handy in this matchup. Oh, but
ID
just to
hits.
break the pressure.
Comes in swanging with the 6P, gets jabbed back out by Tensorial.
With that chop coming in. Oh, but Ten's trying to get out of the corner there and SWAT positions.
Oh, come on.
Big buttons coming in here, and Snorlax
Wait,
takes that first game.
Slight war crime. Just a small,
Just a
minuscule
little bit.
war crime. All right, let's see. 1 sec. Can we get our producer back in here?
You don't have to.
All right, we're gonna restart the lobby. We're gonna rip the cord on this one, folks. You know, it's just like it's like replacing your car battery in the wintertime. You gotta just get one in, or it's like the
Yeah.
first pancake. You know, it's never gonna be the good one. We'll come right back to you with round 2 of grand finals.
Yes, we will be right back.
No, we're still. You're on the line.
still
You're
here? Oh.
podcasting with me
We are
until
podcasting.
until I've reset this room. That's just, it is what it is. I'm glad we got decently far into the tournament without problems.
Yeah, but of course it had to happen in grand final.
Nothing I love more than interrupting the flow and the momentum of grand finals. Nothing makes me happier.
And now Tense is just going to sweep
And Snorlax. They're like, actually, Nago 2H is a good button. You know, that caster was attractive and correct.
Here we go.
Tough. I get so grumpy about 2H as Faust. You know, I know I have options to deal with it, but I feel
and you're a tall body, so I mean, like, hits longer.
Yeah, or like I'll want to hit like a 2H, for instance, to go under his 2H, but I have a really fat hurt box back on me, and it's horizontal enough to beat me up. It's my own fault. It's me being bad, but I do be sad about it.
I have forgotten how to spectate. Do I just do the join and then
you open your eyes? Yeah. Yeah, you go over to the old console and you
join
click
spectate. There we go. Okay.
Match. You know,
I just didn't want to accidentally join the arena and play a game. So,
yeah, and thank you to our players for being heads up on chat there and not starting another one. We appreciate you.
Yeah, getting right back into it. We apologize for that delay, but yeah, here's game 2 of grand finals. It was Snorlax
won round 1 with a fat counter at 2H.
Very much. Try to go for another one there too.
Word. I mean, classic Nago round start. Like, he wants to win immediately.
Yeah, and the backdash there to try to get keep the spacing up. Jumps over the projectile in another counter. Whoa, okay. Already taking that round.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that players say Happy Chaos is the most hopeless matchup. This seems so brutal because it's like, oh, okay, 2H is going to cover like 80% of what I want to do. The other 20% is covered by 2S, which Nago also loves to hit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Still got their burst too. Oh, but a quick 6P and the spin to win with a super
connector sour spot. Yep, there's a sour spot.
But it was gonna fall in the wall splat.
Oh my!
Crazy stuff. And another game for Snorlax. It's tournament point for them now.
Yeah, we may not even see the reset. This looks so tough. We saw, Tense reaching for tools like HCL, trying to make Nago feel his big bodiness, or maybe even a bit of retreating, trying to get that antidepressant scale out. But things are looking so tough right now. Snorlax really turning on the pressure, turning up the heat from round start.
Yeah, Snorlax has only lost 1 game this tournament, and it was against Yada.
Oh, when you put it in perspective like that, yeah, Snorlax is a hell of a player. I mean, I would be free.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trying to go for another 2H there.
Oh,
how did that
slight mistiming. Tensoro gets to turn on the pressure. What can you do with it?
Backdashes from there, able to miss the overhead.
Hitting from 75% of the screen.
You'll love to see it.
Nago, the mid-range character, Nagoriyuki.
Yes.
Mr. Bit of shenanigans there. Really leaning on that backdash, too, so Tensorio's starting to call it out.
Looking very good for Tensorio. Oh, they didn't have the meter to kill, though.
Snorlax with 1 bar here. Tensorio waiting for positive bonus to do something.
Give them something, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a quick counter hit into stroke. Taking that round. They're not out of it just yet.
The passive meter gain from positive bonus is not all that much if you're just going to sit around and wait for it. Its biggest strength is that it increases your attention pulse so much, so every stray hit, running forward gets you so much meter.
This pressure, though, that Snorlax is putting on, look at the risk gauge, too.
Unbelievable. And still only at, 2.5 bars of blood?
Oh, my goodness.
I was so scared about that counter hit.
That was looking very dangerous for Tense, but they were able to just pull through.
All that damage was in Nago Blood level 3, and look at how much it hurt him.
Yeah.
Tense holding burst here, FDing everything too. Does not want Nago to get close enough for that strike throw, but nonetheless, walk up and hit it.
Oh, blocks the burst and gets the 5K to take that. Oh, this is a round point for Snorlax.
Sensorial, no burst.
Tournament
Snorlax
point.
has burst on deck.
It's looking very good for Snorlax, especially with this defense Mo, but misses the command grab. Popped, actually.
Oh! Gold Burst doesn't connect! Burst has gone to both sides, but Tens has a fresh blood bar here.
Yeah, able to finally get out of...
a fresh blood bar here.
Yeah. Oh, gets the RC. Here comes the combo.
One more hit's gonna do it.
Yeah, trying
working up a bar here. Gonna have a bar to extend pressure. Yup.
There's the bar. And the command grab. Don't have to worry about blood gauge anymore.
Bit of a checkmate scenario. Tens spending all their meter just trying to FD Nago out.
And the dash and grab will take the tournament. Snorlax looking very clean there.
You know, I had hopes that we would see an Eno with the crown for the first time, but the king has returned. Yeah. Snorlax, you know, not the first time he's won here, has come back to claim his winnings after a little hiatus.
Yeah, remaining on the throne here, well deserved, playing incredibly well, just knowing exactly what the opponents wanted to do, and just with their knowledge of Nagoriyuki, just executing that perfectly.
Speaking of remaining on the throne, we have longtime grand champion of the tournament, Aaron DeMack, hinting that they may return next week. I won't be gone,
okay.
But I hope you get their company. I believe they're still playing Leo, although I guess I haven't seen them play in a minute.
All right. Yeah.
Could be the return of the Mac over here at Aegis Esports weekly number 24.
Mm-hmm. Good job to all players who enter the tournament, though. Thank y'all so much for entering. We love to see people coming out to enter these weekly tournaments. And big congrats again to One True Snorlax for taking the tournament as usual, like the king he is. Or they are.
Yeah, as always, thank you guys. You know, we could never do this without y'all showing up. So we appreciate you. We appreciate the faith you have in us that, you know, we could run a solid tournament despite the little shaky situation of the servers. And we hope, you know, the rest of the indie scene begins to recover. I know a lot of people are starting to run some smaller events or some more private events. So please, if you see them, go show up to those, support those. Don't let the scene die out just because of the internet issues right now. And I hope to see y'all next week. And I hope to see y'all in Street Fighter 6 as well. I know everybody's excited for that. Yeah,
we will be having Street Fighter 6 events when that comes out too. So be on the lookout for those.
All too true. Hinlon, you know who you're going to main yet? You've been looking at any of the footage?
Oh, man. I got into the beta, the most recent beta. I played some Jamie then, but looking at some footage, I don't know. Marissa's looking really nice.
Dude, I saw Marissa hit the plus advancing move, and I was like, "That's so bad, guy. Get her out of here." I've seen enough. But JP's looking kind of nasty too.
Honestly, there's no character that looks bad.
That it is pretty cool. Like the game is looking kind of peak right now. I'm very excited for Street Fighter 6. So please stick with us until we start running some of those tournaments.
Yeah, and thank you all so much for tuning in to the weekly today as well. It was to number 23. Stay on the lookout for more Strive stuff. That's not going anywhere anytime soon either. Yeah, shouts out to production. We love King Koi. Shouts out to the help desk. We got a stacked help desk. I see Container, MTCC, Ridley, and a Squidge down there, possibly TOing. We'll see. And with that, I've been C-Fresh. And I'm Hinlon. And peace out. Bye-bye.